Hi everybody, this is Ches from Retro Nirvana Gaming. Welcome. Today's video is on the Nintendo Switch collection. This is only going to be one of many videos about the Switch collection since the collection is rather huge. It's over 550 games. I wanted to make this easy on everybody, so the first video is just going to be the ones we have in the office. And so I pulled all the ones from the office, and here are those games. I wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys enjoy the video and you enjoying the content, you love Switch content, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. It'll help the channel grow and you'll see more of our videos. Here we go. Okay, starting with Splatoon 3. This is a game that I have not played too much, but I was a big fan of the first one, the second one, and I had to have the third one, so now we have all three in the collection, and what I have played of this is fantastic. Okay, next one is Star Ocean Second Story R. This one is great. I love the 2D pixel art style of this game. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's not turn-based RPG. I've played this a little bit, but I have not really delved deep into it yet. So yeah, I need to go back and play this a little bit. Okay, next is Adventure Academia: The Fractured Continent. Now this is a game I picked up on sale in California, and I really have not gone in to play this at all, so I need to give this some time. Let me know what you think about this game. Is it worth playing? Let me know. Okay, next is Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. So this I picked up in California for a very good deal on the Switch, and I played it a little bit. I need to go back and play more of it, but from what I've heard, it's a really great game, and yeah, I do have the PSP version as well. Let me know what you think of this game. Another one I picked up in California, and this was on sale. I think it was like $25 when I picked it up, and I played quite a bit of this. It's actually a very fun game. I do like it quite a bit. Cult of the Lamb. It's a good one. Okay, next is Autonauts. This is kind of like robotic automation game with farming and creating. I played it a little bit. It's pretty fun, and I do recommend it, especially if you can pick it up for cheap. All right, next is Sir Loves-A-Lot. This one is a platform game, kind of similar to Celeste or something along those lines. I thought it was pretty good. It can be quite challenging though in terms of the platforming and the graphics. The pixel art is very, very small. So there's that. Origami 2, I've only gone into a little bit. I also do own this for the PS5. The graphics on this version are not as great at all. They're okay, but it is a really fun ninja game in general, so I do recommend picking it up if you can only pick it up for the Switch. Okay, there's a few we picked up from GameStop a while ago that we don't have boxes for, which we are trying to replace at this point. Slaycation Paradise is one of them. It is kind of tough to get the box for this one, but it's actually a pretty decent little game, so I do recommend it. I wish I could complete it though. Next one is Hidden Objects Collection Volume 2. I do need to get the case for this, so this came from GameStop incomplete, so do need to try to finish getting the cover art for it. And next one is DreamWorks All-Star Kart Racing. I don't recommend this game. There's quite a lot of other kart racing games on the Switch, and this one I thought was very poor. I am not a fan of this. I feel like this is too childish, and also the controls are not very good and graphics are mediocre, so I do not recommend this game. Next is Harvest Moon Light of Hope. I have not played this. As you can see, it's still sealed. From what I can tell, this is not the good Harvest Moon. This is the one that got sold. Story of Seasons is actually the good one now. But this one I did pick up very cheap from Walmart. I think it was like $10 or $5. Yeah. So I haven't opened it yet. Another one we picked up on the cheap from Walmart was Lego Brawls. This was $5 sealed. So you can't say no to that. But I have not taken the time to look at this game yet. Here's some really good ones here. We got Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I love this game. It's very much like Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future. And you know, rollerblading around and great music and very funky style to the game. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I only played a little bit, but I liked it a lot. Okay, Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2. This is a limited run. Cinemassacre. Obviously, if you follow the Angry Video Game Nerd on YouTube, which a lot of people do, millions of people do, I have beaten the first one, and I have not beaten the second one yet. First one is not as difficult as it looks, but then the second one gets a little harder. But I do recommend this game. It's very fun. I'd say pick it up if you can. Okay, next one we have here is No Man's Sky. This one is... I've played a good amount on the PlayStation, but have obviously just picked this one up, I think on Black Friday or right before Black Friday of last year, and have not unsealed it yet. I've heard it has gotten better over the years, but I have not tried it yet. So let me know what you think of this one. Okay, next we have Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville Complete Edition. We do have this on the PS4 as well. I need to pop this in and see how different this is from the PS4 version. I was a little turned off that there was no couch co-op in this game, so that really turned me off because I wanted to play this with Lulu, my wife. But unfortunately, we were not able to do that. So that's always a bummer. Okay, this one was a Facebook Marketplace find a few months ago, and that is Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition. I thought this was actually a really great deal. I think the girl wanted like $20 for it, so I thought that was very good because this goes for quite a bit more, and it has 3 iconic games on there: GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. So I thought this was a great deal for what it was. Let me know what you think of this game. Okay, here's one I picked up recently from Limited Run. This took a very long time to get in and finally got it. So very happy with that one. Tomba comes with a cool manual, pink cover art on the inside, and a cartridge. Yeah, this took I think almost 6 months to get. I was kind of upset when I finally got it. I mean, I was relieved, but it took too long for sure. So yeah, I'm not too happy about that one. But I do like the game, and it doesn't crash. A lot of people say the game crashes. Mine doesn't. Sonic X Shadow Generation. Love this game. Been playing it quite a bit, and I do think it's fantastic. Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights. This is one of the best Metroidvania games that you will ever play on the Switch. Very, very good. Limited run game. I do highly recommend this one. Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights. If you like Metroidvania games, pick that one up. Prince of Persia Lost Crown. I am not a fan of Ubisoft anymore, but I did pick this up for pretty cheap. This was, I think, $15 when I picked it up, and it's actually a very good game. So I can't really hold it against them. They made a good game. It is what it is. Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. I've had this since it launched on the Switch, and of course I've had the Wii U version for a long time now. I do love this game. It's in my top 10 favorite Switch games of all time. It's fantastic. I mean, it's basically 2 different games in there, and there's only one way to play Bowser's Fury, and it's on the Switch. Grinch Christmas Adventures. I highly recommend this game, especially if you like Christmas games and you like the Grinch. And I have played this with my wife on there on YouTube here together as a co-op video, and we have enjoyed this game quite a bit. So I do highly recommend that. Next is Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. I love this game because it has 2 of my favorite games of all time, which is Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. The Punisher is actually really great on there too as a beat 'em up. I highly recommend you get this game if you do like compilations. Okay, next game is Everybody Want to Switch. I have not really played this yet, but we did pick this up for I think $10 just for the collection. Next is Rhapsody Marl Kingdom Chronicles, and this one is an RPG that was on the PS1. So we have Rhapsody 2 and 3 on here, and I thought I was going to really enjoy this, but I haven't enjoyed it too much yet. It's okay. I like games that are a little bit more like hack and slash or turn-based RPG with like, you know, swords and shields and all that, but this one's not too bad still. I like it. I just have to kind of get used to it. All right, next is this Gaia 6 Unrelenting Edition, Defiance of Destiny. This is a game we picked up for very cheap. So we picked up this version, and then we picked up a second copy for like $10. I think it was either Walmart or GameStop had it on sale. And so we already played it. We liked it. So we ended up picking up 2 copies of this game since it was so cheap. So I have a copy, and my wife Lulu has a copy. And so, yeah, I highly recommend the Sky games, and the ones on Switch are really fun to play. So this one's a really good one. You can sink thousands of hours playing this game. All right, next game is Dead Cells Return to Castlevania Edition. So this one has Dead Cells in there, plus the DLC for Return to Castlevania. And I gotta say, it's very, very fun playing the DLC, and you know all the characters that are in there, Alucard, and all those other awesome Castlevania monsters and enemies. And yeah, this is a really good one. I did play a little bit of this, and I really, really like it. Next is Cat Quest 1 and 2 Possum Pack. I have beaten the first Cat Quest game. The second one I've gotten quite a bit into, but I've not finished. But this is a really good pack. Now they have the pack with all 3 games in there, including Cat Quest 3. So obviously you can pick that up instead of this one. But this one is really, really great. At least it was until just recently. But I do recommend getting this one if you can. All right, next one is Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. This one I think has lost popularity, but when it first came out was all the rage, all the time trials, and all the cool stuff you could play online with other people. But now really nobody talks about this game, but it is a fun game in general. It's just kind of a niche game. Okay, we got a cheap one I picked up a while ago now, Everdream Valley. I think this was like $10 when I picked it up. Very good farming sim. Very cozy farming sim. I actually do like playing this game. It's very relaxing, and I do like the graphics, and it's actually pretty fun overall. Okay, we got a really, really good one here if you love RPGs, and that's Dragon Quest Monsters Dark Prince. Think about this as Dragon Quest with like a Pokemon spin-off. So you're collecting monsters, you're fighting, the monsters are fighting for you against other monsters, and you're trying to collect all of them and kind of battle different battles, kind of like in Pokemon with the gyms and stuff like that. So arenas, all that, and it's part of the the Dragon Quest Monsters series. Really, really good. I think this one's going to be kind of collectible down the line. All right, here we got another favorite one, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. This is one I played on YouTube all the way through and did quite a bit of videos on this one on the channel. And I had some really great videos on there, especially the Donkey Kong boss fight at the end. Love this game. I put hundreds, I would say, no, I wouldn't say hundreds, but definitely like 100 hours at least into this game between recording, playing, all the other stuff in there. I love this game. Very good puzzle game, platformer. Yeah, it's super fun. Okay, Temtem. This is a Pokemon knockoff game that you can play online with other people. It does require Switch Online to play, and I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great in general. It was just okay. I picked it up really cheap for like $15, so it's nothing crazy, but yeah, that's definitely a different game. Okay, of course, Princess Peach Showtime. Not a bad game. I played a little bit of it. I have to go back and finish it. It's pretty cool. You know, there's a whole bunch of different characters you can play as Peach. And I mean, I kind of just scratched the surface on this game, but I did enjoy what I did play. So I have to go back and finish it. I do recommend it though. All right, next is a 10 out of 10 game, Metroid Prime Remastered. Picked this up at launch. I mean, what is there to say besides this is an absolute masterpiece, and I can't even believe this runs as well as it does on the Switch. Phenomenal game. I mean, so polished. I mean, if they took 5 years to make this, bravo Nintendo. You guys did a phenomenal job with it. And this is the remaster that we all deserved. This is a absolute masterpiece. I would say in the top 10 best Switch games of all time for sure. All right, then we have Celeste. This game is a little too difficult for most people, including myself. It is a very difficult platforming game. I mean, I can't even get past the first, like, few screens on this. This is just so difficult. I own the digital and the physical of this. Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, super brutal. But some people like this kind of game. I do enjoy it, but I can't really play it for too long without getting frustrated and going on to another game. Let me know what you think about this one. All right, next is Cat Quest 3. I love this game. I love playing it co-op, and I do love the pirate theme, and have delved a little bit into this game, and I think it's actually my favorite of the Cat Quest series so far. Really, really great. Love the naval combat. Yeah, I highly recommend this one. If you're looking for a cool open world adventure Switch game that's not too serious, doesn't take too long to play, and you can play co-op with other people. Unicorn Overlord. Love this game. What great graphics, and wow, what a great strategy game. Just fantastic. I mean, Atlas and Sega did a phenomenal job with this game. I was shocked at how good the graphics are, and the sprites, and the character design is just exquisite. It reminds me a lot of Fire Emblem, but with its own kind of Atlas twist to it. I love it. I don't love the name too much. I feel like at the beginning it was really silly, and then now it's kind of grown on me. But yeah, not the best name ever. Unicorn Overlord. Just okay, but it is actually a really great game. I highly recommend it. Okay. Next is Disney's Illusion Island. I love this game. Great platformer. I've been playing this one co-op with Lulu. And we have enjoyed this quite a bit. It's a good game in terms of platforming because you can actually play with somebody who's more experienced, with somebody who's less experienced, and it will actually pull along the less experienced character, so you can actually move through the game without too much difficulty. So I do highly recommend Disney Illusion Island. Next is Mario Brothership. This one is a true gem. I do very much enjoy this one. This one is fantastic. You go from island to island, and then obviously you can battle as the bros together, and there is a lot of exploration, a lot of wacky characters, and it's really the first Mario Brothers Mario and Luigi game that's on the Switch. So all the other ones have been on like the DS and the 3DS, but yeah, this one is really good. I have enjoyed it quite a bit. Okay, next is Sonic Origins Plus. This one is a kind of a collector's edition or limited edition. Has the game, it has the redeemable content for the 16 classic games, including the Game Gear games. It also, so it has 12 collector Game Gear titles, new playable characters, and then of course it has the reversible cover sheet and 20-page art book. The game is actually really great. I love it. I think it's very, very good, and I do recommend this version if you can still get it. Okay, next we have some collector's editions. So we have the Akiba Strip Undead and Undressed Director's Cut. I do enjoy these games. They are a little bit of fan service, but they are actually really cool. So this one has a soundtrack CD. It has musical selection CD, 9 full color art cards. And so, yeah, the game itself is actually really good. I do own it for the PS4 as well. And I have not really popped it in and played this version on the Switch, but yeah, it looks good. And I had to pick it up because it's the big box version. Okay, next is Silent Hope Day 1 Edition. This is a really good game. You basically go into this, like, let's see how I explain it. Okay, so basically you go into this abyss and you have to go in and fight, dungeon crawl. It is an action RPG with a lot of crafting and different heroes you can take into the dungeon. I liked it. I actually played it a little bit. I would say 3-4 hours, and I did like it a lot. It's not super hardcore, so it's very approachable. It's definitely a little bit more of a definitely not a hardcore RPG. Just kind of middle of the road, but fun. Really, really fun. I do recommend it. Okay, here's obviously the first Switch game I ever got, Breath of the Wild. I have beaten it, of course, and always go back to playing it. Super fun game. Obviously, it's the first version of that game I got at launch, and not much else needs to be said except for it is an absolute masterpiece. And next is Luigi's Mansion 2. This one we actually ended up getting at a convention, and I have played quite a bit of this game. I would say maybe 3/4 of it. It is very, very good. The graphics are shockingly good for a remake. It's very clean, and the interface is really good. And overall, it's a very, very fun game. So I do recommend picking this up. I did get quite a discount through Goodies, the app, to be able to get this on pretty much almost just a few days after launch for quite a bit of a discount. Next is the Belt Action Collection from Capcom, which has a metric load of awesome beat-em-up games. So you have Final Fight, King of Dragons, Captain Commando, Knights of the Round. Let's see what else is on there. There is Gear Powered, Battle Circuit, and one more game on there which I can't read because it's in Japanese. All you got to know is this is a very good Super Nintendo collection of games, and some games that I've never even basically seen on the Super Nintendo. They might be on the Super Famicom, but either way, this is the cheapest way to be able to play these games without actually forking over hundreds of dollars to play it. So I highly recommend this game. I have beaten a few of them already co-op, and it's super fun to play. Okay, next is Nayuta Boundless Trails Deluxe Edition. This one I highly recommend to those who are collectors of RPGs. This is a fantastic action RPG, great music, great graphics, great storytelling, and great character design. It's starting to become slightly pricey, and I do recommend you pick it up because a lot of the NIS Falcom games do get pricey over the years and after they stop printing them. And this one is one that I picked up from GameStop on sale, and I'm glad I did. Okay, next is Karate Kid Street Rumble. Super fun beat 'em up game. If you like the Karate Kid and Cobra Kai universe, you will most likely enjoy this game quite a bit. As a retro style pixelated beat 'em up game where you can play up to 4 players in local co-op. I have played this co-op, and it is a blast to play. Very, very fun. A little bit difficult, but fun to play overall. I highly recommend Karate Kid Street Rumble. All right, here's a game that might actually be pretty rare soon, and that is Trails into Reverie. This one is not easy to come by. I was lucky enough to pick this up on a GameStop sale. They actually sent it to me without the cover art and ended up buying the cover art separately. I am not the biggest fan of the Trails games, but we still do collect them because they could be worth quite a bit in the future. And so this, I had a feeling, was going to be worth quite a bit. And from what I can tell, the PlayStation 4 version is worth quite a bit. So I'm glad I picked it up. Okay, Mario RPG, much easier than the Super Nintendo version, but looks fantastic, plays fantastic. It's a little bit more fair than it was before. I highly recommend it. It is a lot easier though, so just beware if you're used to playing the Super Nintendo version. This one is a little bit nerfed in terms of how easy it is compared to Super Nintendo. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. Love this game. My only gripe is that it's not turn-based. I mean, it is turn-based, but I wish you could see the characters fighting. It kind of zooms out to first-person perspective, and you can't see the battle, which is a shame to me. I know that it was probably like that originally, but I feel like for a remake, they should have changed that. Other than that, I love the game. This one was a little disappointing for me. I waited at least a year to 2 years for this game to come out, and I thought it was going to be absolute perfection, kind of like Suikoden 1 and 2 are on the PlayStation. And unfortunately, the load times on the battles are too long. The graphics are not as good as they could be on the PS5. I am lucky enough to have a wonderful wife that bought me this on the PS5, so now I've been playing the PS5 version instead, which is a shame because I bought this for at launch and I was super excited to play it, and it was almost unplayable on the Switch. Unfortunately, even after patching it, the performance is a little bit beyond playable. For me, the battle time is too slow, and I do not enjoy the graphics too much in here. So unfortunately, not really happy about this one. I still like the game. I just am not really happy with, I feel like I burned with this one, and I feel like a lot of collectors also got burned with this one. So let me know what you think of this game. I am going to start, I'm going to continue to play this on the PS5 and enjoy that one. Echoes of Wisdom. I've gotten quite a bit into this game. I do have to finish it though. It is not my favorite Zelda game of all time. I do like pretty much, I've beaten every other Zelda game, and this one I need to finish, but it's not really holding my attention as much as I thought it was going to. It's only okay for me, and I thought I was really going to love this game, but there's moments I do enjoy, and other moments I'm like, not my favorite Zelda, unfortunately. Here's a game I absolutely love. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Very good game. This one's a solid like 8 to 9 out of 10. Great graphics, good remaster, extra content with the Merry Magoland. And of course, you can play it up to 4 players. I love how bright and cheerful this game is. Has all the great characters in it. I love this game. I think it's maybe in my top 30 favorite Switch games of all time. Okay, here's a silly one. We have Broforce. This one is kind of a shoot 'em up, side-scrolling game. Very over-the-top, Rambo 80s style co-op game. I love it. It's very silly. It is quite hard, but it is rewarding as heck when you beat a level, and the music is just so silly. I highly recommend this one. Very cheap, mostly I would say around $15. Okay, next one is Reverie Sweet as Edition. I do have the big box version on the Vita, and this one is a like mini collector's edition. So this one has the book, the cartridge, and yeah. So this one I think I got from eBay, East Asia Soft. This one is an import from Japan, and actually really, really good game. It reminds me of Zelda Link to the Past mixed with Earthbound. Great game. Love it. Paleo Pines, a game a lot of people complain because it doesn't run well on the Switch. I have not had any issues with it. It is kind of a dino ranching game. Very unusual. Got it for very cheap. I think it was like $10 or something on Amazon when I bought this, including the shipping. Can't complain. I thought it was okay. Not bad. Okay, next is Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Great game. I spent quite a long time last year playing this game through. I do own Black Label GameCube as well, version of this. And I'm very happy to have finished this game completely, so I don't really have to go back and play it if I don't want to. But yeah, what a great game. I highly recommend it. Great turn-based battle system, memorable characters, great music. I mean, I think this game's a 10 out of 10. Very, very good. Okay, between this one and Pokemon Sword, these are my two favorite games on the Switch in terms of Pokemon. I love this game. I actually bought it digitally and physically, which is something that I never do, but that's how much I love this game. I've gotten every Pokemon in the Pokedex and pretty much finished almost every mission in this game. It's just a testament to how much I love this game. Very, very good open world game. I wish they would make more like this one. And I do love the catch mechanic on this one, where you can actually throw it at the Pokemon and catch them, and you don't actually have to engage in a battle if you don't want to. I thought that was very refreshing. Great style of game. Make more like this, Nintendo, please. Okay, next one is Dokapon Kingdom Connect. This is a game that was slightly rare on the Wii for a long time, and is still pretty rare on the DS. And so, of course, I was like, you know what? I need to get this for the Switch. And it's a board game set in kind of a medieval setting. So it plays a little bit like Mario Party, but with like a turn-based RPG style, board game style. It's actually really fun. I do highly recommend it. Pick it up. Okay, next one is Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. This one is one I needed to finish the collection. This one came out a long time ago at the beginning of the Switch's life cycle. I picked up all the other No More Heroes games on the Switch, so I have 1, 2, and 3. I have beaten 3. I've not beaten the first 2, but I did end up picking up this one as well to finish the collection on the Switch. So this one is a lot different from the other ones. It does not play the same way at all. I haven't played it too much, though, so I need to go back and play it. Okay, we have just a little bit more to go. Next one is Dealfield Chronicles. Didn't like this one as much as I liked Triangle Strategy. So this one came out just, I think, before or after Triangle Strategy. And I didn't like the graphics as much. This one had more of a fleshed out, more realistic look to it, versus Triangle Strategy had like the 2D pixel art style. And this one was just kind of meh for me. It was kind of like a C. I have to go back and play it some more at some point and see if I like it better, but not a huge fan out of all the other ones. Okay, next one is Dark Crystal Age of Resistant Tactics. My goodness, what a name. Limited run number 92. Based off of the Netflix show as well of the Dark Crystal. I'm a big fan of the Dark Crystal from the 80s. And when I saw this, I had to pick it up because I love tactics games. I might not be the biggest fan of tactics games, but I kind of like these niche ones, especially like Dark Crystal. I was like, you know what? Let me pick it up. And I played through a little bit of it. It's difficult, but not too bad. And I do recommend it if you are a fan of tactics games. Here's a game I never thought I'd get my hands on ever, and that is Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. This one is a reprint of the original game that came out on the Switch pretty early on. I think it was digital only for a while, and then it was released either from, I think it was Super Rare Games that released it originally, and now this one is on limited run. And so this one is much cheaper after reprinting, but yeah, the original I think was like $200 or $300 at one point, and it was, I think, for the longest time, one of the most expensive Switch games. So very happy to have that one now in the collection. Of course, I have to have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is the one I've done the most videos on the channel. It's an absolute masterpiece. I haven't even gone and played any of the extra tracks on there that are part of like the Switch Online, because I haven't subscribed to that extra plan since I feel like it's a little bit of a waste of money. I do want to get the version that has all the tracks included on the cartridge at some point on eBay, but yeah, I need to try to get that at some point. Next one is Super Bomberman R2. A great little game if you love Bomberman games and if you like those puzzle games, arcade style games up to 8 players. Really cool skins for your Bombermen in here from different Konami games. I enjoyed like the Silent Hill ones, and there's a Goemon one. So if you like Konami games, definitely pick this one up, and it's usually pretty cheap. All right, Sonic Superstars. I love this game. Fantastic game, great graphics, just super fun to play, and pretty refreshing game in general. I do like this one quite a bit. I highly recommend it. Okay, getting to the end. I think we have like maybe 10 more games to go. Atelier Ryza 3. This is one I picked up when we were in California. And I do own the other 2 games as well. We also own these on the PlayStation 4. This one is supposed to be very, very good. I need to jump in there and finish the first and second game, and then I can go back to this, starting this one. But this one's supposed to be really cool with the key system and everything like that. So unfortunately, it's probably going to take me a little while to get to this one. Okay, here's a game I was very disappointed with. I love Inspector Gadget. I love, most of the games are really awesome. I love the TV show, of course. This one was kind of not what I thought it was going to be. It's a lot of mini games like Mario Party, but not fun, and the AI is not great. The graphics are okay, not my favorite, and in general, I was not very impressed by this game. I felt like it was a little bit of a cash grab and not as good as I thought it was going to be in general. So that is kind of sad. Okay, here's a great game, Labyrinth of Galleria, The Moon Society, NIS America. This is definitely one of those dungeon crawling RPGs for RPG collectors. I love this game. Great graphics and very solid gameplay. A lot of like dungeon exploration and, you know, battling monsters, turn-based RPG combat. Yeah, this one's really good. I really enjoyed what I played of it so far. All right, here's one that I really struggled to get into my collections, but I did end up finally picking it up around Christmas of last year, and that is Labyrinth of Zangetsu. So I used a gift card to pick this one up. This one, I need to go and play some more, but this one can be quite frustrating. It can be difficult, and even just from the beginning of the game, it can be a little bit difficult to get going. A lot of battles and exploration of this dungeon. It is a very, very cool game. It's just you need a lot of patience to play it, from what I could tell. Okay, here's a game I thought I was getting something completely different. We picked this one up from Goodwill a little while ago, last year when we went to California. I thought this was more like Goat Simulator 3, but this is actually more like some PC game, Goat Simulator game. So this one has the Goat Simulator, MMO Simulator, Goats, Payday, and Waste of Space. And so, yeah, not my favorite game. I would say like I would rank this on the bottom 100 games I own. But, you know, might take some time to go back to this one and see what it's all about again. All right, here's another one that is another collector's style game. We have Grimoire Once More, NIS. I have to go back and play this one. I wasn't too impressed, unfortunately, with this game. Usually, when you start playing a game, you can kind of get the feel of it. But this one was a little frustrating in terms of like not being able to jump in right away and understand what the game's all about. But I got to give it some time and go back to it when I have a chance. All right, here's a game I picked up when it was on sale, WarioWare Move It. I do like the WarioWare games. This one is still sealed. Did not review very well in general. I do like the other WarioWare games. At some point, I will probably crack this open and give it a shot. But at the moment, there's just too many other games to go through. This one says, try over 200 micro games. So there's a lot of content, as you can tell. And usually they're pretty wacky and really fun. But yeah, I gotta give it a shot when I get a chance. All right, Tunic. This one is obviously a Zelda clone, and it's pretty good. I thought the beginning of the game was actually really good. It has a map. It has a bunch of stickers. So this is a really cool edition of the game from Fangamer. The game is really good in general, and then it gets a little bit difficult, and that's where I stopped because I kept getting shot by these like towers that had lasers, and I couldn't figure out how to defeat them. So it is a very good game. Just need to give it some patience and some time to be able to finish it. Okay, we got 2 more games to go. Alchematic Cutie. This one I picked up for pretty cheap at GameStop, and from what I can tell, it actually looks like a pretty decent and promising RPG. Very relaxing, and yeah, I have to kind of go back and play this and see what it's all about. But yeah, it looks like a really good game. I have to give it some time to play it. All right, last but not least, we have a very good game. We picked this one up also in California, Eiyuden Chronicle Rising. I've had this for the PS5 for quite a while. It is actually a really great game. Unfortunately, I like this one better than 100 Heroes because 100 Heroes has a lot more issues. So this one, for what it is simple but effective. Side-scrolling action RPG. You only really control like 2 or 3 characters. I think it's like 3 characters. And for what it is, it works. The music's good. There's a lot of like side missions. They're not really the most important side missions, but it's very repetitive in general. But it's not a bad game in the Eiyuden universe. And overall, I do like it. It's not bad. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this look at all those awesome Switch games. Now, this is just a little bit of what we have on the Switch. There is quite a bit more in the other room. I would say another 450-ish games. But just wanted to show you guys what we had in the office. A lot of these games we actually do videos on the channel. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button when you get a chance to help the channel grow, and you'll see more awesome Switch videos as we come along. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!